Are you still using toxic tampons and pads? Well, today we're going to talk about why you probably shouldn't. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about something completely different, something that I normally don't talk about on my channel. As you know, I'm a natural hair girl, so that's what I spend a lot of my time on my channel talking about. But that's not the only thing that I'm passionate about. So today we're going to be talking about women's stuff, periods, blood, all that kind of jazz. If it's TMI for you and you feel like you're gonna get a little bit uncomfortable talking about periods and whatnot, then this video is probably not for you. I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there. I feel like if me and my girls can talk about it, then there are probably people out there who are watching these videos that want to know more as well. So why not make this one? So today I'm going to be talking about why I switched from regular pads and tampons to the organic ones. So if you didn't know, organic tampons are made out of 100% cotton. They're free of dyes, no fragrance, no phthalates, no pesticides, bleach, fragrances, deodorants, synthetic absorbent, all that stuff they're usually free of. So you're probably wondering, so that means that my regular pads and tampons that are non-organic are filled with that stuff? And the answer is yes, most likely they are. And it's crazy because majority of these companies don't even have to disclose what they use in their products to us. They don't have to put it on the packaging if they don't want to, which is kind of scary because of course we want to know what we put into our bodies. These are products that we use every single month for like, I don't know, 30 years until we're like practically 50. So we should be mindful of what we're putting into our bodies and what we're laying our vagina on every month. So it's up to us to be conscious of what we're putting in our body. Not only is it important to pay attention to what you put in your mouth and what you eat, but what you put on your body, what you put in your body, all the materials that you use. It's just, I don't want to get into too much of a rant today. I want to stay on topic. So I got my period when I was 12 years old, and the brand that I pretty much used all the time was Always. The Always was my go-to. I had a pretty heavy period, cramps were bad, PMS was real. It still kind of is, but back then it was something else. So, oh my goodness, pooping, period poop, it was horrible. Like, it was so painful to the point where like it felt like I was giving in labor because of the pain that I was experiencing. Yeah, so Always was the brand that I was using, and I was doing some research and I found that they did a study on Always brand. I'll leave information in the down bar if you want to read up on it yourself. Different ingredients that they found in their products were, one was styrene, which is a carcinogen, basically something that leads to cancer. Chloromethane, which is a reproductive toxin. Chloroethane, another carcinogen. CHLOROFORM, carcinogen. It's also a reproductive toxin and a neurotoxin. Like, oh my god, it's crazy. And another one they found was acetone. Like, don't we use that chemical to take nail polish off our nails, and you're gonna put that in a pad and a temp? Like, it's crazy. They don't care. They use some of these chemicals to make their products more absorbent, but it also causes us to bleed heavier, which in turn causes us to buy their pads and their products more because we're bleeding so much, and they make more money off of it. Like, it's insane. It's such a vicious cycle. First of all, our vaginas are super sensitive. Our vagina is a mucous membrane, meaning that it secretes, it's self-cleaning, but it's also super absorbent. So imagine all these toxins that I mentioned before that can lead to so many harmful situations in our reproductive health, like fibroids and cysts and heavy bleeding, and the list could go on and on. All these trash ingredients are being absorbed into our body, into our bloodstream, and who knows what it's doing in there. So if you're like me and you want to have a peace of mind and know what is actually going into your body and what the materials are actually made of, then you clearly understand why I made the switch, because this is important. Like, we have to take care of our health, especially if you want to have kids. I mean, I'm not at that point in my life. Like, Nah, I just got married almost 2 years ago. Ain't nobody talking about kids right now. But I just want to take care of my body for me and maybe potentially having kids one day, maybe. So basically I switched off from Always and I made a switch. It's probably going on, I don't know, but at least 3 years I've made a switch to Lola. It might be longer, but I really like Lola because it's super convenient. You can go online and get what you need. You can adjust how many types of tampons you want, pads you want, and they have so many other products now. And they pretty much deliver it to your door every single month. So you don't have to go to the store. You just bring it right to your door. And if you feel like you're not using the products up fast enough, you can skip it every month so that, you know, it's basically only coming when you need it. I've used them for a long time. I use their pads and their tampons. I have the Super Plus, Super, Regular, and Light. Obviously on my heavier days I use the Super and the Super Plus. My period only lasts 5 days. I mean, 5 days is long enough. I don't even want to say only, but yeah, so once it's getting lighter I move on to my regular and light tampons. I like tampons because, especially during the day, if I'm like at work or something, and it makes me feel cleaner, like blood is not, you know, just sitting between my legs and a pad, you know. I don't know, I just feel fresher when I use tampons, but I know not everyone is like that. Some people like to use pads. I use both, just depending on how I feel or what I'm doing that day. I pretty much use a panty liner every time I wear a tampon, just in case, you know, there's leakage. So you might find that organic tampons are not as absorbent as, you know, Tampax or whatever other toxic brands are out there now, because they don't have those harmful ingredients that make them super absorbent, you know. So you have to find a brand that works for you. I only know about this brand because this is what I've been using for the past couple years. I went to Target today and I picked up Honey Pot. So this is what I'm going to switch to. I got the regular herbal infused pads with wings and the overnight ones with wings. So I picked up this brand because I've heard so many good things about it, and obviously it's Black owned. So I'm very passionate about supporting my people. So yeah, so I'm excited to try these. I can't give a review because I obviously haven't tried them yet. And there are so many non-toxic feminine products now, especially in Target. They have a lot of different brands like Cora. They have this L brand. They have Honey Pot. I know Lola is going to Walmart now. So there are so many options. So I forgot to talk about the changes that I've noticed since I've made the switch, because it's honestly been probably like, I want to say 3 or 4 years since I've been using non-toxic pads. My periods are definitely not as heavy as they used to be. Cramps are not as bad either, because I've noticed that my cramps are pretty much the worst on the first day. I usually take something for that, and then the rest of the days I can pretty much manage. It's pretty fine. I don't need to take anything for it. It's pretty tolerable. And I've noticed that I definitely don't have any problem pooping when I'm on my period anymore. Because before, honey, it was not fun. It was not fun. Like, I literally did not look forward to pooping when I was on my period because it was so painful back in the day. Whew. I did tell my gynecologist about that once, and I think she said it had to do with like the way my cervix was positioned at that time of the month. But I haven't had to deal with that in a long time, so thank you, Jesus. Anyway, I hope that this video was super helpful and inspired you to do your own research about making the switch and being more mindful of what you use every month when you're on your period. This is something that I talk to my friends about all the time, my family members. I try to put as many people on as I can because it's so important. I feel like more people are starting to know about it now, but that I'm still surprised that there are people who definitely don't, and that's fine. We're learning more about our bodies every single day. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!